Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and I'm also a doctoral student of psychology. Today, we're going to talk about people realizing that you actually are smart and you do have boundaries and you're not weak. People mistaken kindness for weakness or ignorance without realizing you have a limit to your kindness. And then when you set that limit and you're at that limit, they get shocked. You are kind until you're not. You're strategic with your life, including the people that you let in. This is not for everybody. This is not a one size fits all. It won't fit everybody. But if it does fit you, I want you to understand you're not alone because a lot of the other men watching this video relate to you as well. Okay. The first one to perhaps realize you do fit this category is people assume they can take advantage of you. And then when they realize they can't, they get mad at you. When they realize they can't push your boundaries. And this is very interesting. They're mad at you because of the entitlement that they believe they could get something out of you. I don't think people understand this, okay? People who get taken advantage of, they think it's because they have nothing to offer and they're just weak. That's not the case. People take advantage of something that they want to get out of, but they assume that they can get it out of you because you have what they want and they think they can manipulate you. When they find out they can't, they get really mad. People like this, they don't want to do the work for themselves. They're not smart or strategic, not in this way, right? I'm not calling them dumb. That's not what I meant. I mean that they're not strategic and they don't see themselves that way. What they're seeing is that you have something to offer and they want to get that from you. They want to take advantage of you. Let's just say a work scenario. And I'm sorry the lighting changed. It just got really foggy all of a sudden. But a work scenario. You're doing a project and they're saying, hey, can you help me with my project? And they see your project is doing really well. And they're saying, can you help me a little bit so they can kind of shove that on you and then take credit. And you're like, no, I'm busy. I have my project to work on. They get really mad and they say, wow, that's kind of selfish. I'm not asking for a lot. I'm just asking for a little bit of help. I don't know how to do this. And I know you're the only person on the team who can do this. And you can say, yeah, I get that, but the project was assigned to you. I can help if I have time, but I don't. I have my project to submit and it's due soon. Whatever you can get done, do it. Otherwise, go to the boss. I have to do this. Whatever that scenario is, they really thought they could take advantage of you. The reality is they probably do this with a lot of people and a lot of people say no, or maybe a lot of people do give them what they want. And so they were kind of shocked that you wouldn't. This is important because they do realize that you have something very valuable. The next one is that people assume you won't get the job done properly and are shocked when you do it well. Okay, so this is kind of different from the first scenario, but you'll see both happening, just not at the same time. They assume that maybe they give you a really not so good deal or project. Maybe because they think you're young, he doesn't know what he's doing, he's unexperienced or inexperienced. They give you a not so good project. They don't expect much out of it. And then you show up and it's really good. And they're actually shocked at how well you've done it. Sometimes they even might diminish it and say, oh yeah, we worked on that together. The boss will take credit, right? They're not comfortable with how well you did. But what you'll see is now a lot of eyes are on you. And what starts happening is a lot of people start asking you for help, start trying to copy some of the things you do. And a lot of times people will, if they care about you, like if it's a woman, she might actually start being more impressed by you. And in such a way where maybe she's giving you actual signals of attraction because she's pretty shocked. But the reality is it's originally maybe she didn't assume that much of you. It's just something to keep in mind. The next one is, this is relationship correlated. Your ex thought that she could get better, but then realized she couldn't. And so she keeps reaching out. Okay, so there is something to be said about people who actually change. Like maybe she broke up with you and she didn't date anyone else and she was just, I don't know, maybe she lost a family member. So she's been stuck with certain things and then she comes back. That's kind of different. I'm talking about when she left you for another man and then she realized he wasn't that great and now she's coming back to you and wanting a chance with you. It's up to you to decide what you want. But she thought that maybe you would stick around, or she thought she could manipulate her way into that relationship again, or she realized how good you were. And usually it's a combination of all of those things. Maybe she realized it now, but there are definitely some women out there who will realize it right away and do what they can to keep that relationship. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do. The next one is an interesting one. A lot of people don't realize people who do this are men who do this are really smart and well-versed because they do something like this. Men who are well-versed do not always show up as the most well-versed person. They don't need to prove anything. Often, they don't speak much about topics they're not well-versed in. Even if they might be a little well-versed, they're still not comfortable always showing up as the most well-versed person because they like to learn from other people. It's easier to learn when you're listening, not when you're the one always talking, depending on the scenario. In, like, let's say a work setting, right? It's different if it's like a conference and you're the one speaking. But if it's a setting where there's just a group of coworkers, colleagues, and they're all sharing their 2 cents, you can share a little bit, but you're always listening for what else you can learn because that's how you operate. You want to learn more. You're not worried about what other people think about you. You're worried about how you can elevate yourself because you value yourself, okay? And so a lot of men who are pretty smart, they do this. The next one is that you don't often brag. It makes you uncomfortable, usually, but it's not because you have low self-worth. It's because you rather remain humble. That doesn't mean you don't say what it is that you achieve. It's not like you downplay it, but you just don't offer it up to anyone even if they don't ask. If someone asks, you'll say, yeah, I did win that award. Or yeah, it is true that I'm doing really well for myself. Or yeah, I did graduate early. Or yes, I was in a gifted program when I was younger. You're not hiding it because it's just part of your life. It's not really a good or bad thing. You see it as neutral because it's who you are. Okay. And the last one is you are actually grateful for opportunities you have and you try to make the most out of this. People do not like people who do this for some reason. And actually, there is a reason. It's not some reason. The reason is because, one, some people are a little jealous of the opportunities you have. But another thing is being grateful for the opportunities shows a different level of elevation. Everyone has some opportunities here and there, or most people do. But the person who shows up on top is not the one who is ungrateful for all their opportunities and they just throw them all away. It's usually the one who tries their best with what they have. And again, there are people who don't have much opportunity, so this might not fit everyone, but it is definitely something that I have noticed among those who are very smart and people realize, oh, this guy is really intelligent. This guy really stands out. He tries to make the most out of it. He shows up. He's positive. He understands that not everyone's perfect, and he gives it his best. He might be the intern at a company, but he will show up dressed pretty well, trying to learn from all of the other people. And he wants to rise in that company or start his own company. He's not just messing around and just trying to get through college or trying to get to another job. No, he's serious about this because he wants to make the most out of this. And people wonder, oh, maybe this guy later has great opportunities. And people think, oh, it just fell on his lap because he's attractive. And people judge this guy. Some of you guys are literally like this. I read your comments. That's not it. Being attractive can be challenging. I've made videos on the challenges of an attractive man. A lot of people judge you. No, it's not just because it just fell on your lap. You worked for it. And people don't see that because it's easier to just say it's because of this or it's because of that. Maybe that's part of it, but you worked for it. You were grateful for those opportunities and you made the most out of it. People are starting to realize you're very smart and they don't want you to know that they can see it. I hope this video is helpful to somebody. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.